right. Okay, you just had to make an adjustment here. All right. Well, just a bit of warning for those who are just coming in. So forgive me if my internet goes out. It's been kind of weird lately, but hopefully things will turn out okay. All right, so give me one little second here. Just gonna make sure everything is working properly. By the way, thank you very much for coming by. Let me just see. Okay, nice. All right, should be good to go. All right, yeah. So basically, obviously, I'm going to be talking a little bit before I get into the questions here, but basically, I think this is my fourth live stream now. So this is my fourth live stream in total. This is the first one of 2023. So this should be quite interesting. So let me just adjust that. My mic get a little closer. There we go. So basically, this is a little celebration because by the time I'm doing this, the celebration is to celebrate the channel just reaching over 500 subscribers. Of course, by this point, it's over 500 now. It's about over 530 something now. So that's quite that's I mean, especially how quick that was. But again, really do appreciate the support this channel has been getting. So what I thought would be a nice little celebration is to do a live Q&A. So this is a chance for people to come on in and, ask any question they have. I'm going to go as long as I can. Depends on how many questions are coming in and also how well my internet stays put. But yeah. So hopefully things will be okay. But yeah, I'll wait a couple more. I'll wait like maybe 2 more minutes before I start going through questions because obviously people are still probably coming in. There's 2 viewers right now, so we'll see if more join in shortly. But until then, I'll just kind of ramble on a bit. By the way, Mickey's here. Nice to see you. Thank you very much. Congratulations on the channel success. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, so far, I'm going to be kind of bouncing between because I am looking at the live stream on my second monitor because I got to make sure my internet is okay, especially in the storm with this kind of colder, rainy weather. Like I think that's affecting the internet, but it should be okay. It's not raining today, so yeah, that should be nice. All right, so again, we'll keep going for a little bit longer. So I guess I should go ahead talk about other things going on. So the thing is, what I'm planning to do, probably from this point onward, I'm probably not going to be doing as much doing, every time I reach a milestone, I'll try not to do a video because I think over time I'm starting to run out of ideas on what to do for a milestone. So basically, when I get this, if I ever get to 600 or 700, I'm still gonna acknowledge them. Like maybe I'll do a community post or maybe I'll mention them briefly in a video. So let's my train of thought again. So I will still acknowledge it, but I'm only gonna save these for like big milestones. Like if we get to 1,000, like of course I'll do something big for that. So yeah, but yeah, 500, halfway to 1,000. I mean, things are looking up. So I'm gonna go ahead. It's about 12:05. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. Not many questions in right now, but I do have one that was submitted prior. So if you recall, I did a community post when I first announced it about over 3-4 days ago. Somebody put a question in there, which it's not really intended, but hey, I'm fine with that. So we have Jacob Martin. So Jacob Martin asked a question. Again, this was like 4 days ago, and he asked the question, "What's your least favorite genre of music?" So I mean, there's not really a genre I full on despise. I mean, of course, there's going to be genres I am not a huge fan of, that are not really my cup of tea. So, I guess, if I'm going to be technical, my least favorite would probably be hip hop or a little bit of rap. I don't mind rap so much. There's like some decent rap songs I know, but I don't have like a full, I don't really gravitate towards that very often. So yeah, not really. That's not really my thing. But who knows? Maybe one day I'll take a deep dive into rap and hip hop. Maybe I'll gain appreciation for it. Kind of like what I'm doing this year with jazz. So yeah, that's probably that's kind of a safe answer. But what can you do? All right, so Mickey submitted some questions here. He has two. So here's some he has right now. I didn't prepare any in advance, but here's two. What do you listen to? What do you listen to your music on? So I'm guessing you're saying like, where do I listen to music? Computer, because I'm usually working on my computer most of the time. So I usually have iTunes on a second tab, and I'm usually listening to that. Usually when I'm working, or if I usually like to listen to music when I'm writing something. Because sometimes I'm writing something and I feel like there's a song that kind of fits the mood, and so I'll play it to kind of get me in the right mindset. But yeah, computer. Also, of course, my phone. I usually listen to a lot of music on kind of vacation. But yeah, so of course, what I have usually when I'm lying in bed, I'll usually grab my my AirPods, and I'll probably just lay in bed, go on Spotify and something like that. And let's see. And then I do have a little portable CD player. Yeah, let me unplug the headset, but yeah, this is my little mini CD player. It does come with headphones. It doesn't have speakers though, so if you want to listen to music, you have to have the earbuds in. Otherwise, you're not going to hear anything, which is kind of cruddy, but it is what it is. But yeah, I use this every once in a while if I want to take something off the shelf, but not so often. Usually, I'll use it, to test if a CD works when I get them used, just to make sure they actually work and they're not too scratched up. But yeah, I use this one. The only negative side of this particular of this particular model is that the batteries drain even if you're not using it. So it does take two AA batteries, and they drain even when you're not using it, which kind of sucks because the batteries don't even last that long. So that's kind of the only downside to this. But again, it's good for what it is. It's fine. It's cheap. It wasn't that expensive. So I got what I paid for. All right, so that's that. So next, Mickey also asked, and what's your favorite live album? That's a pretty interesting question because uh, even though I have a few, I will say I'm not the hugest fan of live albums. I'm very picky because there are some live albums that don't really sound that good, and I just prefer listening to the studio stuff. Like there are a couple exceptions, of course. Peter Frampton, I think he sounds a lot better live than he did in the studio. So that's the exception. I will say for my favorite live album so far. Actually, I will pick it out. It's not that far away. And currently, I think I'll show two. There's two I do enjoy. So here. Okay. So first one is Deep Purple made in Japan. That's one of my favorite ones. Of course, you have the Mark II lineup, and you get a taste on how they're live, what they were like live. Just absolutely terrific stuff. Richie Blackmore just killing it on the guitar, and Ian Gillan just shrieking a storm. Just absolutely terrific. Love this one. So yeah, awesome. And then probably my second one I'll show is Wings Over America. Of course, Paul McCartney and Wings. great live album. It's basically a greatest hits. Basically, like it has a lot of the songs that you would want to hear from from Wings during this time. Of course, you have Venus and Mars, Rock Show, and then Jet. Maybe I'm Amazed. And then there's Silly Love Songs, of course, Band on the Run. See My Love, and there's even some Beatles covers here as well. Like you have The Long and Winding Road, Lady Madonna. Uh, see Blackbird, Yesterday. So yeah, this has pretty much a lot that you would want to hear from Paul during this time. Terrific, and comes in 2 CDs, and even has some cool, nice little artwork on the inside. I'm going to assume this is what the gatefold looked like when you had it on vinyl. But yeah, terrific live albums there. Okay, so those are two. So next step. What genre of rap is your least favorite? I'm not too familiar with. I'm really not that familiar with a lot of rap genres. So I wouldn't really be able to tell you. Maybe gangsta rap. I don't know. That's probably. I'm not really into the lyric themes and a lot of that. But yeah. Yeah, I'm not. But that's probably my best answer. So, okay, Mickey says rap is boring to me and noisy. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's noisy. It's just different. Also, I found your channel through your Instagram. Great shit. Thank you. Yeah, I do have an Instagram. I do have social medias, by the way. If you didn't, for people who didn't know, they're always in the description. I have, of course, Instagram. I do have a Twitter, though I don't really post. I don't really tweet anything very often. I rarely use it. Of course, especially nowadays, I'm not really that into it at the moment. Facebook, of course, it's mostly my personal Facebook. So if you want to follow, if you want to friend me on Facebook, I mean, again, link in the description. And then recently I actually never said this before, but I did actually create a TikTok account for Music Showcase. And a lot of it's just a lot of the shorts I did. I just re-uploaded them onto TikTok. And surprisingly, some of them did pretty well. Like my Beach Boys, when I did that whole Beach Boys packaging video, where I talked about how unique that packaging was. That was kind of that actually kind of blew up. That's actually I'll kind of bring it up right now. I'll kind of show you how many it got. So again, if you are on TikTok, I can't really read that, but it's Briar's Music Showcase. That's the name of it, and oh wow, it actually has 7,584 views. So yeah, that's that. So yeah, those are my socials. I don't really plug them in videos very much because I don't know. I feel weird doing it. But again, they're always in the description. All right, so thank you for that. Next, okay, I'm gonna try to say this. Demdozig. Okay, I tried. I'm sorry. What's a niche interest of yours you wouldn't normally get a chance to talk about on this channel? Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, very nice question. I guess for me, for this, especially for this channel, I know there's a lot of people on here that are a bit older, so they're not really quite into some of the stuff I'm going to be into. Because I really do like animation, especially Japanese animation or anime, which is what it's mainly called. I usually watch a lot of that because, anime to a normal person, it's definitely it can get out there very much because Japan definitely has a very unique sense of storytelling, sense of humor. Very different from here in America. So unless you're fully aware of that, then you're probably going to be put off by a lot of it, especially of how they kind of like to fetishize a lot of females, a lot of women. So yeah, and sometimes that can be a bit too much, but sometimes it's not. So the type of anime I usually watch is stuff that's usually not like that, nothing too out there. It's usually a bit more normal, shall we say? But man, I like a lot of Japanese animation. especially because there's some great animation, because there's some beautiful stuff they do in Japan. So yeah, good question there. Thank you for submitting it. All right, so I get it. Hip hop isn't necessarily the perfect one. Yeah, very true. All right, we have Abby, the young Gen Xer. Thank you for coming by. What's the best concert you've been to? And I'm gonna admit something. I've actually never been to like an actual concert ever. Well, I've been to like small venues where, but usually but I think the last time I went to something like remotely a live setting was when one of my friends took me to a jazz club. It was kind of in the hotel. It was in they had a little uh stage, and they usually had a jazz band playing, and I don't remember who was playing, so that's so I don't really have much to say to that. But yeah, I never been to any like big major concerts. Like I've never seen like name any notable act out now and even before I've not seen. Mainly because of money and traveling. Because if I'm gonna go to a concert, usually I might have to have my brother drive me someplace pretty far away. So it's gonna take so I don't want to so I don't want to bug him with that. And also with pricing, because concert tickets can be pretty expensive, and it's not really it's a bit too much for my budget. So yeah, that's kind of why I haven't really gone to concerts really yet. Really, I would like to, but there hasn't been the right opportunity. So it's just kind of a shame because a lot of the older acts, I mean, who knows how long they have before we're not going to see them anymore. So, I don't know. Kind of, yeah, it sucks, but I can what can I do about that? But yeah, thank you for that question. All right, Mickey. Okay, two great choices. I used to have the Wings live on 8-track. Yes, I'm that old. Yeah. Okay. The DP, the Deep Purple is as good as live music gets. Yep, I agree. Absolutely terrific. I mean, yeah, I mean, like I said, it's just killer stuff on that. All right, and then we have somebody I can't remember if I've seen you before, but we have Pen Penico. Hopefully I said that right because I'm terrible at pronouncing names. So what inspired you to make this channel? All right, that's a nice one. Yeah, so for me, many channels, a lot of music channels. Sea of Tranquility was one. Definitely one of the big ones. Because he kind of helped me, because that channel kind of helped me really broaden my horizons through that, because of that channel I discovered bands like Uriah Heep, Gentle Giant, let's see what else, Jethro Tull, Motorhead, let's see, Marillion. I'm saying a lot of prog bands, but he also introduced me to a good chunk of metal like Immortal. um Let's see. Just looking through my collection to see what else I've gone from that, but you get the idea. So yeah, Cedar Tranquility was one. Uh, Canadian Stud Muffin, Larry Graves. I'd say probably the biggest influence if I'm gonna be honest, because I've always liked his more chill. He's very chill, very relaxing voice. Also his humor is kind of somewhat similar to mine. So I always enjoyed what he always does. And again, through him, also discovered some great albums like Gene Clark, No Other, Midnight Oil, and then also a little bit of the Moody Blues. So yeah, like that's another big one. Other channels like Glenn Kelly from the Basement, Robert's on My Turntable. Let's see what else. Rich Strickler as well. And yeah, those are one of the big ones. Like if I would say I'd say go to my YouTube channel and go to the channel tab, because if you go to my channel profile, it has the home, and then you have the videos and you have the live. If you go to my channel section, those are the people I usually look up to and I watch. So that premise actually kind of sums it up. So yeah, yeah, thank you for that question. Yep, concert tickets are outrageously priced except for BOC. Yeah, well, I yeah yeah BOC Blue Oyster Cult seems like a good band to go to. I'm not sure when they're gonna play near San Diego, but yeah, I'll look into that. Yeah, I've also never been to a concert. Shame that all my favorite bands are dinosaurs now. Yeah, yeah, especially if like especially if you can't especially if what was I gonna say? Yeah, but yeah, like you said, like a lot of these bands aren't going to be here for very much longer. So, you know, the opportunity to see them is shrinking very much. So, especially very much now. Okay, many club shows are 20 to 30. Go see some. Yeah, and like I said, like that jazz club, yeah, like those stuff, like those stuff I can probably go to. But I'm talking about like real, like actual, like notable acts. You know, but yeah, club shows I can do, but no problem. But we'll see. I thought concerts were a thing. Everyone. Well, sadly, not me. My mom actually has been to concerts when she was younger because she saw bands like Def Leppard. She saw Judas Priest, I believe, and I think she saw Iron Maiden because she was pretty big in the rock and metal scene when she was young. Not so much anymore, but yeah, she would tell me stories of seeing these bands live and how great they were. So yeah, I'm a little jealous that I didn't get to experience that. If you want to expand your horizons to a lot of your UK music, check out Ranking the Obscure channel. I think I can't remember if I'm heard that channel before. I'm gonna quickly look at that. Yeah, I think I've heard of it. Yeah, I've definitely heard of it, but I haven't watched the video. So yeah, maybe this is a chance for me to take a look at that. So yeah, I'll look into that. Thank you, Mickey. Okay, I don't worry spelling my name correctly. My name isn't English. It's probably for Portuguese. Oh, okay, cool. So we got someone from Portugal. Cool. Thought concerts would be a thing young people were into. I was when I was younger. Yeah. Well, another kind of thing that made it so I didn't really go much. I'm introverted in general. I don't really like going out very much. I kind of just prefer to staying home most of the time. Um, and I do go out still, but it usually it usually has to be with people I'm very familiar with. I'm not going to go out with just anybody. um, and when I go alone, and that's also kind of awkward because I'm kind of just there. I'm like, there's people around, and I don't know how to interact with them. So yeah, yeah. What is going on? Sorry, I heard someone was playing in the background, but it turns out there was a tab because I checked out the Ranking the Obscure channel and they had a video playing when you go on the channel page. So yeah, hopefully you didn't hear that, but that was weird. That kind of startled me for a sec. Right? I've probably been to 150 plus concerts, but not so often anymore. Well, you've been more than me, so I envy you. So yeah. You listened to that Motley Crue self-titled from 1994? Nope. And to be honest, I'm not really that big of a fan of Motley Crue. I do like couple songs like "Kickstart My Heart." Um, "Kickstart My Heart." What else? I guess "Shout for the Shout." I guess "Shout the Devil" is one I kind of like. What else? What other songs do I like? Is that really it? Maybe Doctor Feelgood. I don't know. Again, I'm not a huge Motley Crue fan, because Vince Neil's not is not my favorite singer, and again, those aside from those couple songs, there's not really much, not really much I kind of go for, um, but yeah, so I'm probably not gonna be delving too much into Motley Crue, so sorry. Okay, next, don't worry about who you go with or being alone. It's all about the music. That's true. That's true. Okay, Lynn Garrido. I wonder who that could be. When I was younger in the 80s, the tickets were okay. Just for those who don't know, that's actually Lynn Garrido is my mom. So my mom's watching this. So hi, mom. So yeah, so I guess she accidentally hit enter when she was writing that. So maybe she'll finish that at some point. But yeah, that's my mom there. There we go. She hasn't. That's one of our older cats from way back. I don't like to talk about them, but but yeah, I'm a homebody too these days. Yep. Same here. All right, we have Sophie. We have Sophie's retro reviews. Hello. It's been a long time since I've been a long time since I know you're on Jason's live streams a lot, so it's nice to see you here. So yeah, nice to see you. The Crew was great in its concert 70 years ago, but they are an embarrassment to all middle-aged people these days. That's very true because I did see a couple of those like more recent Motley Crue, and oh boy, I'm like, oh man, like the music itself's fine, but yeah, Vince Neil just he can't really cut it nowadays. Kind of funny because I see, especially when you see compilations of him sounding, because they say he sounds more like Bob Dylan nowadays, as most nasaliest. So yeah, those are kind of funny. Yeah, we have 11 people watching, so yeah, thank you for coming by again. Please leave your questions if you have any. I'm gonna go for as long as there's questions, so the second I run out of questions, then I'm going to be calling it here. So we've been at this for almost half an hour. So that's pretty cool. So let's see if we can go for at least an hour. Like if we can get to an hour, then that would be great. But yeah, also don't forget to like the stream because that also helps a lot. Yeah, we're at 8. We're at 8 likes so far. If we can get to 10, that would be fantastic. So go ahead, like it. So yeah, moving on. Definitely give that for a chance. It's a different singer on it. Yeah, I know John Corabi was the singer. Yeah, I might look at that. We'll see. So yeah, I might look at that. So yeah. Okay, I hope you have not been asked this, but what made you collect physical CDs instead of streaming? Um, I've had a couple. There's somebody. I think somebody's asking me that. Not quite in that phrasing, but I'll happily answer it again. But basically, again, the reason why I collect CDs mainly, again, one, they're cheaper. So especially if you want to get something brand new, like if you want to, like the prices between a brand new vinyl and a brand new CD are very different. So that's kind of why I kind of gravitate towards more CDs. I mean, at the end of the day, at least I still have the music. I still own it. I mean, of course, having a vinyl is cool and all, especially with the artwork. Like, of course, seeing the Who's Next, and then of course we have Sheer Heart Attack, and then even beautiful artworks like this. Like, let me just take it out. Like I just shown this recently. We have the Relayer album. Especially when you open up the whole gatefold, you just get a huge picture of the artwork. But again, it's just the pricing thing, and also CDs, they don't take a lot of space. They're a lot smaller, so I can store a lot more. Because again, this is definitely a heck of a lot smaller. Let's see what else. What else do I like about them? And also, you don't have to there's not so much maintenance with CDs. With vinyl, you do have to kind of take care of them. You do have to clean them every once in a while. Make sure they're not, because they can be pretty easy to damage if you're not too careful. So yeah, let me just put these away. But yeah, again, it's cool to have the vinyl, but again, CDs will still be my main listening medium, shall we say. Let's see, is there anything else? Yes. And streaming is also good. I don't have a problem with streaming. I have Spotify still. I still use it. I still I still use it, but nowadays it's kind of more of a sampling thing. Like if somebody recommends me a band or artist, I'll usually check Spotify, see if they have them, and then I'll kind of go more. Then I'll kind of listen to them, see if I like them or not. And if I like what I hear, then I might start looking into buying their albums. But yeah, I still use streaming, and I mentioned this a little bit while ago that usually when I'm lying down in bed, I either use my CD player or I just go on Spotify and I'll just put my AirPods on, and I'll just lie there and just listen to a playlist or something. But yeah, so hopefully that answers that question, Sophie. But thank you very much for submitting one. Vince needs to exercise besides arm bottom. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, he's definitely let himself go. Yeah, I've heard he said he's been trying to improve that, but who knows? Yeah. We have Vinyl Mind. Congrats on 500, Briar. Thank you very much. Glad you can be here. If you have any questions, again, feel free. Again, we're trying to see if we can go for an hour, at least. If we can go for an hour and a half, then that's even better. Let me just see the likes. Oh, we're at 12 likes now. Thank you. Awesome job. So yeah, if we can get maybe 15, maybe that's the next goal. But again, I'm not going to push it too much. I'm not going to be one of those. I really hope I'm not one of those YouTubers who are just like, yeah, like the stream, I hit that subscribe button, punch the like button. I'm not going to, I'm not going to be like that. That's a bit too much. Of course, I'll make jokes about it, but that's as much as I'll go. Okay, next up, Keith Oliver. Hello, I don't think I've seen you before, but yeah, nice to see you here. I'm impressed with your selection of The Dreaming as a favorite Kate Bush album. Good choice. What do you think of her earlier 3 albums? Yeah, love them. I actually have, yeah, let me just, no. But yeah, I do have all her studio albums. I just picked out her 3. Cake Inside, great debut. Again, this is not the original cover, by the way. This is the international cover, I think. And not really liking this one. A bit too country looking, even though the music itself is far from country. But yeah, great debut. Moving, the saxophone song, Strange Phenomena, Kite, another great one. And then you have The Man with the Child in Her Eyes, beautiful ballad there. And I heard she wrote that song when she was 15, and that's just impressive. And then of course you have the big hit Wuthering Heights, which is a big hit for a reason. Absolutely love that song. But also you have James and the Cold Gun, Them Heavy People. But yeah, terrific first album. Lionheart, I'd say, is a little bit of a step down from the debut, but still has some good songs on here. Symphony in Blue, Wow, it's probably my favorite song here. What else? Full House, maybe. Coffee Home Ground and Hammer Horror is a great little closing track. Then you have Never Forever. Terrific album again. You have Babushka on it. Blow Away. All We Ever Look For. That's a good song. The Wedding List. Army Dreamers. Breathing. Of course, at this point, she was taking full producing credit. And yeah, she did a terrific job for her first time. And of course, she would do The Dreaming next, which I am a huge fan of that. The Dreaming is not my favorite Kate Bush, but it's definitely up there. I'd say definitely in the top 2. But yeah, love Kate Bush. Just absolutely adore her. Probably my favorite female singer ever. But yeah. Next, Halfway to 1,000. You got that right. We'll see if we can get there. Can we get there until the end of 2023? Who knows? But yeah, that'll be cool if we can do that. Okay, Mom, back again. Oops, my cat accidentally pushed send before I finished. Yep, that's not what they do. Yeah, we have 4 cats now, actually, for those who don't know. I have 4 cats. I think before I had 3, but we recently got a 4th one, and it went completely behind my back. I didn't know we were getting a 4th cat until the day they got him. But he's a big boy. Probably, of course, usually when we get cats, we get kittens, when they're young, because they look adorable. But apparently decided to go for an older cat this time. So the one we got, he's 6. We're still deciding on what to name him. Because the pets the humane society they got him at, they named him Yoda. I think that was his original name, and I'm like, nah, I don't want to keep that name. um not that big into it. uh I did take a picture of him, so hopefully this picks up. There you go, so you can kind of see him. Yeah, you can tell he's a big boy. He has put on. You can tell his previous owner really gave him a lot of love and a lot of food. Yeah, that's yeah. So first, we haven't really introduced him to the other cats yet because we're kind of easing our way towards that. Kind of want to build trust first, but yeah, that's what's going on. Yeah, but anyway, what was I saying? 25 bucks, and I went. Yeah, okay. So the concert tickets when she was younger, they were 25 bucks when she went to a concert. So yeah, that's pretty good. Way better than today. And I went to concert every weekend at the sport arena. I wish I had saved all the ticket stubs. Yeah, that would have been cool to see. Yeah. Okay, Sophie, I use Spotify for when I listen to music out. Yeah, I do the same thing. Like that's another thing I forgot to mention. Yeah, when I go for a walk, then I don't go for a walk often, but when I do, then yeah, I use Spotify to listen to music. And when I'm walking about, but CD/vinyl when I'm at home. Yep. And I will follow you on Instagram and send a picture of my vinyl player. Okay, cool. That kind of explains why I got a notification on my phone. So let me just see. I gotta see this. First follow you back because I'm a good person. Let's see. Accept. Hold on. Oh, come on. My phone is being. Oh, there it is. All right, that's pretty cool. That's a nice model. Yeah, I like that. Hopefully, I'll get a vinyl player myself. Even though I have vinyl, I still don't have a record player. Ain't that for you? But maybe one day, maybe this year. I don't know. Okay, so yeah, thank you for saying that, Sophie. Okay, I have no idea how to pronounce. I use Cobuzz. They had only CD quality and higher. Okay, cool. Let me know what Cobuzz means. I don't know that term. But yeah, thanks for the comment though. Do you have any cassettes in your collection? No, I do not. And frankly, to be fair, I'm probably never going to get cassettes. Personally, I'm not that into them. I mean, yeah, they have their charm. I'm sure they have a charm, especially to the people who grew up with a cassette player. For me, to me, a cassette just isn't as impressive looking than a vinyl. Heck, even a CD, I think, is a bit more exciting than a cassette because it's even smaller, and you don't get a whole lot with them, especially in terms of bonus stuff like booklets or posters or stuff like that. At least to my knowledge, I could be wrong. I never owned a cassette, so I could be way off on that. But yeah, and, the whole thing, especially they could be easy to break, especially they could deteriorate over time because it's a tape. But so yeah, cassettes honestly don't really appeal to me that much. But again, if you collect cassettes, that's perfectly fine. But yeah, you're not gonna see me talk about cassettes on this channel. I think we do have some in the garage, but I'm not gonna take them out or anything. Right. I started using Title a year ago. I have heard of that. I started using Title a year or two ago. It's effectively the same as Spotify, but with a few more technical hiccups, and it actually has Neil Young. Yep. Yeah, that's the only another downside with Spotify is that there's some artists just won't be there, like Neil Young and Joni Mitchell aren't there, which is kind of why I've been buying a lot of Joni recently because again, you can't really listen to her on Spotify anymore. So yeah, I bought a couple of her albums recently just so I can have more in there. So yeah, yeah, that's good. Yeah, I've heard. I'm not sure if I'll. Yeah, I might check out Tidal. Let's see what they have. And we have Adam from What the Gym. Good to see you. Glad you can be here. Glad you can make it. So, hey, Briar, random question that's got nothing to do with music. Do you prefer sweet or savory food? I prefer savory. Yeah, I think that's going to be a given for a lot of people because, of course, when you're young, of course, you love sweets. But yeah, I think I'm starting to get to that point where I do like sweets. Like, heck, uh, literally, there's chocolates on my desk. There were a Christmas gift. I think they were a Christmas gift, but from somebody I don't remember. I or maybe mom brought. I think my mom brought these home one day. But yeah, I do like sweets still. But yeah, I try not to go for sweets too much nowadays. I do like a good savory food, like a steak or something like that. That's great. But yeah, that's a good question. Thank you, Adam. That's Canadian cover, apparently. Okay, so I believe you're referring to the Kate Bush for her debut. Yeah, 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 it makes sense. But yeah, not a good, again, like I said, not a good way to represent her. Okay, congratulations on 500, by the way. Thank you, Adam. I appreciate it. And then, of course, Vinyl Minds saying, hey, hey, hello. Okay, let's just check out what we're doing so far. I am looking at my live stream and I am blurry as heck. So yay, oh boy. But yeah, but we're at 15 likes though. Yay. Can we go for 20? I know I'm stretching it now. But yeah, moving on. Okay. I forgot where I was. Okay, here we go. Would you ever get a music related tattoo? I have a David Bowie tattoo. Also, send a picture of that. Yeah. Um, I'm kind of on the fence of getting a tattoo. Like I have a friend who does have a small tattoo, like a very small one. I don't know if I'll go for it. Maybe not now, not for a while though, because the whole needle thing. Again, that thing kind of was like I don't even like needles in general. So any type of needle, like shot needle, tattoo needle, what else? Like a push pin, also kind of. I get nervous sometimes. So yeah, who knows? Maybe one day, if maybe I'll bite the bullet one day, and then like, okay, I'm gonna go for it. What would I get if I were to get a tattoo? What would I get though? That's another question. I don't know. Maybe the Judas Priest logo, like if like Judas Priest logo. I can probably pull up a Judas Priest logo just so you people can see uh, what I'm thinking of. Like Judas Priest, like the cross. I'm referring to. Let's see. Can I pull it up? How do I do that again? I forgot how I do it. I will figure this out. Don't get me wrong. Okay, found it. I'm good. Share screen. Share. There we go. So this thing. Like I probably would get this. And that'll probably be the most of it. I think that'd be kind of cool. So yeah, get rid of that. But yeah, that's cool. Kate Bush is fantastic. Have everything on. vinyl. That's awesome. I have it all. I have all on CD. But yeah, it would be cool to have Kate Bush on vinyl. Of course, I bet because of how popular she became last year, I bet the prices of her albums really skyrocketed because of it. So yeah, probably will wait for if I were to try to get her on vinyl. But that would be cool. I would love to have Kate Bush on vinyl. Let's see, where was I? Let's just backtrack. Okay, I kind of blinked out for a sec. So that's not a good sign, is it? But if I were to pick between Harvest or After the Gold Rush, I might go with Harvest. Yeah, that's probably would be my favorite Neil Young album right now. For song, that's another thing. I have to think about that. I know there's Only Love Can Break Your Hearts. I like a lot. Maybe Old Man. I'll go with Old Man. That's a good one. I think that's a good song. So yeah, those are my two answers there. All right. Next, Mickey once again. Cassettes were good in the car, and on mixtapes. Yeah, mixtapes. I knew they were a big thing with cassettes. But once I could burn CDs, I stopped using them. Yep, that's the real how you say that's I'm trying to say how do you say that again. That's the deal, or something like that. You know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, that's kind of why. Yeah, I'm not CDs are a little bit better there, a little easier to use as well. All right, okay. Then I have one more thing here. So Mickey has one last comment. I have 40-year-old cassettes that still play. Okay, that's cool. That's cool they still work. But yeah, but still not gonna get them though. All right, so I'm pretty much caught up with the chat here. Again, I do want to see if I can get this to an hour at least. So we have about 10-ish minutes until then. So again, I'll wait a little bit for more comments. If we can go for longer, that's even like I said, that'd be even better. But I guess while we're here, I guess it's time to plug in a couple things. So coming up this week, I'm not sure when the next video will be. I'm thinking if I'm gonna try and see if I record a video tonight. We'll see how I feel because usually I like to have some nights off, but we'll see how I feel. I do want to get another video out this week. I'm not going to say what it is, but sometime down the line. I might need help on it, though. But yeah, so that's coming. So that's one coming up. Trying to see. Also, this Sunday, I'm going to be appearing on Garrett from SoundLab Studios once again, along with Nick and with special guest Jason the Old Millennial. He'll be joining us on Sunday on Garrett's channel. We're going to be ranking the 5 albums of Simon and Garfunkel. So again, if you love Simon Garfunkel, want to hear like our thoughts on the album, on that catalog, again, only 5 albums, so probably won't be as daunting as the Beach Boys one was. But yeah, that should be a lot of fun, especially with 4 of us there talking about Simon Garfunkel. So yeah, that should be cool. That should be cool. All right, and see what else do I have coming up. Let me just check do I have anything on the calendar? No, not really. I think after Simon and Garfunkel, we're probably going to do Billy Joel next. And I think it'll just be me, Garrett, and Nick again. So talking about Billy Joel. So this Sunday will be Simon Garfunkel, and the Sunday after that will be Billy Joel. So looking forward to all of those, of course. Always good to talk to those two. We have like great conversations. I think we're really starting to work off each other a lot better. Of course, I think early on, I think we still had some good moments. But yeah. Anything else? Yeah. No, that's pretty much all the big things. But yeah, let me just check. Look, we're at 16 likes. Hopefully, we get to 4 more, and then hopefully we might get to 20. Of course, I kind of doubt we'll get to 20 likes, but that would be awesome if we do. Sorry, I'm just checking on something. Yeah. Let's see. There we go. Let's get back into this again. We'll go for another 10 more minutes, and then we'll kind of call it here for today. But again, if more questions come in, then we'll keep going for hopefully another half hour. But an hour is like the minimum we'll go for. I remember making CDs for hours when I was younger. Have you heard of LimeWire? I have not. I have not heard of LimeWire. What kind of? Let me know what kind of band they are. They might be an alternative band. I don't know. I don't know if they're newer. Maybe they were from the 90s. Yeah. Let me know, Sophie. I could put them on the list because I do have a long list of bands I need to check out. But yeah, let me know what those are. And here is a good welcome. We have Rich Strickler here. Great to see you, Rich. Thank you for coming by. Hi, Briar. Congrats on the 500 subs. You're really doing a great job on your channel. Keep it going, buddy. Yeah, thank you, Rich. Thank you for giving me those kind words there. I'm glad you can be here. But yeah, awesome. Okay, so yeah, we're caught up again. Again, we're at 51 minutes, so we will try to see if we can go for another 8 minutes. Or 9 minutes. I can do math. I'm kind of joking because I was terrible at math when I was in school. Hated it, and still do to this day. But yeah, let's see. What can I do to pass the time until we get to an hour? Because I'm committed to this hour time slot, and I am committed to it. Let's see how many viewers. Maybe we still have 11 viewers. So I guess we'll do this. We'll do this right now. I'm going to go ahead. Let's do a brief recap on what I've purchased this whole month because of that record store discovery. I know I say I don't have a problem, but I'm starting to question that. So kind of a recap on what I've got so far for the month of January. Of course, we have Empire by Queensryche. I'm not going to give my thoughts on them yet because I'm still going to save it for the end of the year. We have Horoscope by Overkill. Soft Machine, Third. Prince, Dirty Mind. Weather Reports, Heavy Weather. Blind Faith. Okay, I almost forgot. Thankfully, my camera quality is terrible, so hopefully you didn't get a good view of that. But yeah, the Blind Faith had the original cover on it with the underage girl on it, so that's awkward. I didn't want to get that one, but that was just the one they had at the record store. So again, that's probably the most embarrassing one I have. The band, Sage Fright, Rolling Stones, Black and Blue, Weird Al Yankovic in 3D. My first Weird Al Yankovic album, surprisingly. Of course I know Weird Al, but I never had his studio albums. But Mirage by Fleetwood Mac, Pat Benatar, Crime of Passion, the Grease soundtrack. Oh, it's upside down. There it is. Joni Mitchell, The Hissing of the Summer Lawns, The Byrds, the Notorious Byrd Brothers. Trying to see, make sure I didn't miss any. Okay, there we go. Got John Coltrane, My Favorite Things. John Coltrane, again, A Love Supreme. And another Joni Mitchell with Ladies of the Canyon. Harry Nielsen Schmielsen. I felt like I don't know why I did an accent there. I felt like it felt necessary. Herbie Hancock, Sextant. Blue Oyster Cult, Some Enchanted Evening. Then Billy Joel, An Innocent Man, which is pretty good because, like I said, we're doing a Billy Joel ranking, so that's coming up in the next 2 weeks. So it's good to have more of him now. And by the way, if you saw that video where I kind of commented on the artwork being upside down on the back, well, I fixed it. Now it's right side up again. So yeah, that's pretty much what I have so far. there's always, I mean, the month's still going. I mean, we're not even halfway done with the month, so we'll see if more come in. But yeah, like I said, I'll give my more in-depth thoughts on these when we get to the end of the month with my monthly CD haul videos. So people live, and of course, hopefully people will be watching this on the replay. But hopefully now you kind of know what I have so far. Okay, just put them all away. Then we'll check out because I do see a couple more comments. There we go. All right. Okay, got a couple more here. Okay, Keith Oliver. Do you watch Phil on Now Spinning Magazine on YouTube? I do not. I never heard of him. Let me just look. I'm going to look him up real quick. Magazine. Okay, Now Spinning Magazine. Okay, I've seen his face before. But never watched the video. But yeah, he's pretty big. He has over 4.5 thousand subscribers. So yeah, pretty cool. That's good. That's another channel I should probably check out. But yeah, thank you for that. Gives me something to look into. Okay, and then Sophie says LimeWire was where you could. Oh, okay. Thank you for clarifying because I didn't know if that was a band or not. It sounds like it could be a band name. Let's be real. LimeWire was where you could download music, but the amount of virus you got, I bet. If you want a band recommendation, Landmarks. Landmarks, and especially the song Silent. Okay. Let me go ahead. I'm gonna look into that. Write a note for that so I can check that out. So it's Landmarks with a V. Nope. Silence. Yeah, I'll probably listen to that off camera. But yeah, thank you for that suggestion, Sophie. Great variety there. Yeah, that's something I always take pride in, of how broad my music library is, because the reason why I like having a wide variety of music is because I'm the type of person, like if I'm stuck with one genre for too long, I'll eventually get bored, and that goes for anything. Like if I'm doing something and if I get bored, then I'm probably gonna be like, okay, I'm done with this. But because there's so much different types of music out there, there's always something new and fresh, so it always keeps me interested. So yeah, that's kind of why I like having a wide variety, and it's always exciting discovering new music by different genres. So yeah, I take pride in that. So thank you for noticing, by the way. And Rich with a question: have you listened to the Eagles catalog? If so, any thoughts? Yeah, I love the Eagles. I grew up listening to them. My mom is a big fan of them. So of course I heard Hotel California a lot, and I do own a majority of the albums. So I guess I'll show them off while I'm here. I don't own every single Eagles release, but I do have a lot of the studio albums. Okay, here's the debut. Pretty good debut here. Like it, I do like it quite a bit. Of course, Take It Easy, Witchy Woman, Peaceful Easy Feeling, Nightingale. I also kind of liked. Okay, let me just do something real quick. Let me just pull something up here, so I can verify some of my favorite songs. I haven't listened to this album in quite a bit though, so definitely want to refresh. So yeah, Witchy Woman, Take It Easy, Chug All Night, Most of Us Are Sad. I already said Nightingale, and Trying, the last song, I really enjoyed. So yeah, very good debut. I like it. And you also have Desperado, of course, their second album. This is one I need to re-listen to. It's been a long time since I sat down and listened to it, because I do remember some of the big songs. Of course, Desperado title track, that's a classic. Tequila Sunrise, another one I know pretty well. I think I know Outlaw Man, but it's been a bit. But yeah, this is kind of they're very much a little bit more in the country rock field. But yeah, I remember I liked it a lot. So again, I need to re-listen to this. Then of course I have One of These Nights, really great album. Really enjoy this one. The title track, Lying Eyes, Take It to the Limit, which is probably my favorite Eagles song. Is Take It to the Limit. Absolutely great stuff. Yeah, I like it. And then of course you gotta have Hotel California. You gotta have it. Absolutely love this one. It's probably my favorite album in general, because so many great songs in here. Yeah, I would say it's a perfect album, but at the same time, it has the Wasted Time reprise, which is kind of like, it's pretty, but I don't know why it had to be right after Wasted Time, the original song. But yeah, love this one. I have The Long Run as well, also pretty good. I should have mentioned I don't have what's that one called? That other album called. I already forgot the album. I'll look it up. Give me one sec, because I think I have all but one, every Eagles album except one. I know this. Where is it? Where is it? No, not the album. Okay. Okay. On the Border was what I was talking about. So I don't have On the Border yet, and yeah, that's the only album I don't have by Eagles. So yeah, hopefully I'll get that one soon. So just so I can complete the catalog. But as I was saying, The Long Run, obviously not as good, definitely not as good as Hotel California, but there's some nice songs on here, like the title track. Then you have I Can't Tell You Why, which is a Timothy B. Schmidt song, which I have a soft spot for. I know my mom likes that one. The Disco Strangler, King of Hollywood, some good stuff. Not one of their best. I also bought Hell Freezes Over, which is kind of a live album, but it has a couple studio songs as well, which I also dig. Yeah, cool. I think I have the live DVD of this. I have no idea where it's at though. And then I got it at a thrift store, so I thought, why not? Of course, there's The Long Road Out of Eden. Yeah, it's the worst one by a long shot compared to everything before. There's like no comparison that this one is definitely the absolute weakest one. It's too long. It's 2 discs, and some of the songs just aren't that great. But yeah, I just got it because it was at a thrift store. It was cheap. I thought, why not? So it's here, but yeah, not really worth checking out, honestly. But yeah, that's my Eagles catalog there. Again, hopefully I'll get On the Border soon. So that should be pretty soon. And let's keep moving. Well, we're over an hour now, so that's good. We reached our goal. So at this point, it's just like a little bit. We'll just see if anybody else has anything else to say, and if there's nothing else, then we'll call it here. But yeah, this was a good one. This was a good live stream. I'm glad. Again, thank you so much for everybody who's come in and left some questions. I always blank on these parts, don't I? But yeah, thank you so much for coming by. Really making this live stream very special. So yeah, thank you very much. Oh, I almost forgot. Didn't read Sophie's. My other half is a drummer, and has always introduced me to new bands. Oh, okay, that's interesting. All right, cool. Okay. Hello, Briar. What is your favorite non-American / non-English artist or album? Okay. Interesting. I don't really have an album, honestly, because I don't really. Do I have any foreign albums here? Don't think so. At least at least not that I remember. But what's your favorite yeah, non-English? I don't have an artist or an album. I kind of just like random songs from different people. Probably the artist I listen to the most, the country that the the most songs I hear from a foreign country, it's actually Japan. I actually listen to quite a bit of Japanese pop music and Japanese rock music on my free time. I don't have anything on CD. I would like to, but I'm not sure how well those CDs play on American systems. If I'm wrong, let me know. Then I'll see if I can find some Japanese CDs. But yeah, yeah, just like it's kind of like a guilty pleasure of mine. I do like I do like some of that stuff because there's some great musicianship in Japan. Because because Japanese can do some stuff way better than people in America can. That was a bad joke. Anyhow, but yeah, a lot of J-pop, J-rock. That's pretty much where I go to. But again, I can't really name an artist or an album, so that's I kind of answered the question. So sorry about that, but yeah, that's the best I can do. What extreme metal are you into other than Immortal? I have Dark Throne as well. I do like Dark Throne. That's probably the other big death black metal band I've heard. Some Opeth, like early Opeth. I do like. Um, I'm trying to get into Cannibal Corpse at some point, but uh, uh, I only have one so far. I have their second album, I think, Butchered at Birth. That's the only one I have. I do want to get more because I've been hearing that that's probably not a good one to start with. But I have that. I have Emperor as well. I forgot what's that album called. God dang it! I do have two Emperor albums, but okay, we have In the Nightside Eclipse. I own. Then there's another one. It's the second album. It's in here. Don't tell me. I can find it. I found it. We have Anthems to the Welkin at Dusk. So I enjoy these two as well. But yeah, that's pretty much a lot of the big ones I have. Just verifying. That's pretty much all the big ones. I do have one Mayhem. I have the Live and Leipzig, like that live album with Dead on vocals. Like I have that as well. That's pretty much I think that's pretty much it so far. But yeah. So, yeah, I do like it. I still got to be in the right mood for it though. Like I can't just go willy-nilly. Like I need to be in the right mood and also got to mentally prepare because I'm going to be listening to something crazy. So yeah, all but on the border. Very nice. Yeah. It's been lovely catching a stream. I will try to make it on more often. Well, thank you, Sophie. I appreciate that. Glad you can come by. Yeah, we're almost done anyway. I think I'm going to call it pretty well. I do have one more comment here just to make sure. Yeah, one more comment by Homer here. Opeth is top tier. Check out the band Between the Buried and Me. I think I've heard of that band as well. I'm just going to let me write that down real quick. And that's just so I don't forget. Give me if you hear me typing. Okay, good. And let me just look up who they are. Oh, they are a progressive band, progressive metal band. Okay, that's be cool. Says on Wikipedia they're progressive metal, technical death metal, progressive metalcore, avant-garde metal, and just straight up metalcore. All right. So yeah, and yeah, I'll probably look into that band. So yeah, thank you very much. Right. And Nikki says, good live stream. Thank you very much. Yep, I think we'll call it here for today. Again, thank you so much for watching this live stream. Again, for those who are here but had to go, then still thank you very much for coming by. We got 18 likes on this stream, which is pretty good. We didn't get to 20 like I was going for, but there's always after the fact. This stream will be up. Even will kind of be up. the replay as well. So if you're watching the replay, thank you for watching this as well. Of course, more stuff coming up. I'll say it one more time. Again, probably another video coming up later this week. I'm going to try to see if I can record it. We'll see how I feel. Also, the socials, even though I won't be plugging them in very often, but of course, they'll be always in the description. So you can go ahead and, if you want to DM me or stuff like that, then it's there. So again, Twitter, which again, I don't use very often, but Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok as well. So it's there. And then also live stream this Sunday on Garrett's from Soundless Studios, talking about Simon Garfunkel. So that'll get more info on that later, but yeah, and then the week after that will be Billy Joel. So a lot of great stuff coming up for this channel, and even for others with other channels as well. And I can hear a lawnmower behind me, so that's a sign I should get going. So again, thank you very much for watching this live stream, and I'll see you in the next one. So take care and goodbye for now. And then, like before, I'm gonna go ahead and sink back into the underground